Friday Sports Fix here on Radio Free Charlotte. I'm Travis Durkinson alongside my co-host Ed Nizer. We've got a full day of sports talks for you here on the Radio Free Charlotte. What's going on, my man?
It's a lot of free agency talk and there's some Charlotte headlines as well. And we'll talk about that. I don't know, what do you want to get started with today? You want to get with the free agency, or do you want to stay after the end of the show? It's up to you.
There's way too much NFL news now to not talk about that first. I mean, we got Tebow, we got Manning, we got. It's endless, really.
Yeah, you really, and Patriots made some big moves. Panthers have a couple players coming in.
Yes, sir.
Both our teams doing some big things over the offseason, but that Tim Tebow going to the New York Jets, I don't know how I feel about that. They said he had a say in the whole contract negotiations, but I don't buy it. I don't buy it, Travis.
I don't think the Broncos really care what Tim Tebow wants.
No, they don't. And
if I'm Elway, I don't care.
I think Elway is trying to replace himself, I guess, by putting a Peyton Manning in there to get more fans in the gates.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what it is. But I like Peyton Manning a lot. We've mentioned that we have an intense bromance with Peyton Manning on the show.
Bromance, yes, I do.
But I like him in Denver. I think he'll do good things for them. I think one of the offensive linemen, the offensive left guard, came out and talked about how it's going to be different with Peyton. Practice is going to go a little bit longer because Peyton is perfectionist. We all know that. Yeah. It's going to go a lot longer, and he's going to have to get the cadence down. But I think, you're going to laugh at this, but Coach Fox, he's going to actually, I think he's going to let Peyton run the offense. Fox is more of a defensive coach anyways.
Defensive guy. I don't see why they would ever give him any say in it.
So I think it's a good fit for Peyton. I honestly do.
Well, we'll get into that. We got Tebow stuff, like we said. We got Saints, the Bounty Gate. We got to get into that. We got Shaka Smart turning down jobs, NCAA tournament stuff, other news and notes. It's going to be a stack check. I would not be surprised if we're here until 3:30.
No, I wouldn't either. I've already cleared out my little Palm Pilot that I don't have because I don't keep schedule.
I would be okay with being here that long.
I would too. I mean, talking about this is a lot.
We have plenty of stuff to talk about.
To keep you entertained.
So if you guys out there listen have any thoughts, if you hit us up on our Facebook page, you can call the show 704-687-7151. Give us a shout over here. We'll put you on air. We'll see what you got to think about.
We love to hear from the viewers and listeners.
It makes it a lot easier for us.
We're also working on a video for the Friday Sports Fix Facebook page.
Yeah, we got video for the Facebook page. We got a YouTube channel now, the Friday Sports Fix YouTube channel.
Yeah, multimedia.
We're doing it right.
Friday Sports Fix.
We are doing it right.
We don't have a tech guy. It's just us.
Yeah, eat your heart out, ESPN.
That's right.
Before you know, they're going to be paying for our podcast.
They will be. I've already been in negotiations with them. No, I haven't. I wish I was, but hey.
No, you'd be the worst person to negotiate. You'd be like, you know what, man? I'll take whatever you want to give.
You're going to give me a free coupon to Hardee's? That's cool. I'm hungry. Yeah, that works.
But, I feel you, man. Let's get into it.
All right, let's do it.
Well, let's start with Peyton. Peyton to the Broncos. Yeah. You think it's good for Peyton?
I do.
I think it's good for him. I don't think it's the best. I think I would much rather see him go to San Francisco.
Yeah, I think San Francisco would have been a good fit, but I think part of that is he wanted to stay in the AFC. And the fact that Coach Fox will give him a chance to run the offense like he wants to do. I mean, it's one of those things where it's a best fit for Peyton. I think the Broncos will benefit from it. I mean, as I was talking to the previous host, Kevin, he said that
DJ Special K,
excuse me, Special K. He likes your morning breakfast meal, but I think he's right in saying that Peyton would make he would even make the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or a team like that doesn't have much of a receiving core that much better.
Tampa Bay has an awesome receiving core.
Well, they didn't really do much without a quarterback. But if they had Peyton, I think they'd be a contender. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is Peyton can go anywhere and make an impact.
An impact, yes, but I don't. This isn't a championship team this year.
No, I don't automatically put Denver as a championship contender, right? Just because they got Peyton Manning. It's kind of stupid. It's like when everybody was trying to get the Miami Heat when they brought in that whole Bosch.
Right.
You can't just say, they're going to automatically win now. No, you can't say that.
No, I like the move for him. I think it's good for him to be under Elway.
Yeah,
another quarterback that won his championships late in his career. I really hope it works out for him.
I do too.
I would have much rather seen him go to San Francisco, where if he would have went there, they'd automatically be a favorite.
Well, I think what I've heard is San Francisco now has to try to make amends with Alex Smith because that must be tough for them.
See, that's why I said a couple weeks ago that I wish this drama would go on even longer because the storylines that have come out of
it's ridiculous,
are outrageous with other quarterbacks. You know, like you said with Alex Smith, his feelings were hurt.
Yeah,
I don't blame him.
Were.
My feelings would be hurt as well. So he went to Miami, tried talking to them. They pick up David Garrard. No need for Alex Smith.
I don't know why you picked David Garrard over Alex Smith, but that's just beyond me.
Probably money.
Yeah, Alex Smith probably won a little bit more money after his performance in the playoffs. I mean,
that's which natural. Is understandable.
Yeah.
Matt Flynn going to the Seahawks. I did not see that coming.
I like Flynn a lot. And the Hasselbeck now.
How? What do you know about him? I don't know.
Like when he's come in, he's done well. He was only a 1-year starter at USC. I mean, when he filled in for Aaron Rodgers, he did very well. I can't remember his exact.
He went to LSU.
Was it LSU?
Yeah,
LSU. Sorry,
he won the national championship there. He was
not USC. My apologies, guys, but LSU. Yeah, I don't know how I got that confused, but my mind's been working in mysterious ways today. I don't know what it is, but we'll pass that. But
Hat's probably too small for that big old head you got.
Yeah, man. I have the old Kevin Mench head. You remember Kevin Mench with the 8 1/4 or whatever that thing was? My God, that's a melon.
Right.
But anyway, let's talk about the details of that contract for Peyton.
Go into it, man. You have it all written down. Let me know.
Yeah, 5 years, $96 million. I don't think Travis and I will ever make that in our lifetime, but if we do,
no way.
We'll shout out to you listeners. You guys made it happen. But $18 million, no injury guarantee. So like he makes $18 million regardless.
Now the thing with this that I've heard is his contract is very front loaded this year.
It is.
Now it's very front loaded for. I think it's good for Peyton, and I think they did it too for. They're doing him a favor.
Yeah.
So even if he gets hurt, he still gets this one final big paycheck.
And I think that was a big part of the negotiations with Denver because Peyton. Yeah, I don't even think Peyton's sure he's ready to go 100%. He'll be the first person to tell you that. You never know with a neck injury. It's all nerves up there, and they heal at different rates. As you heard from the doctors leading up, saying is Peyton going to play this past season? They always said people heal in different ways. It all depends on the person. It's really relative, but he gets a guaranteed $40 million the next 2 seasons if healthy, following the physical in March of 2013. He'll make a total of $58 million guaranteed for the first 3 years in Denver.
It's good money.
It's great money. Yeah, I would take that in a heartbeat.
I'm really surprised they gave him a 5-year contract.
Me too. I would have gave him 2, 3 tops.
Yeah, but again, that's probably part of the negotiations. Yep. I'd give Peyton Manning whatever the hell he wanted.
Yeah, Peyton's a legend. He's no question gonna be in Canton sometime.
I'd bring him breakfast in bed every day if he asked for it.
I would too. As long as he gave me a couple mil on the side. But that's nothing with that 96 mil.
Do you see them making the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yes,
I do too. I do too. I mean, if they made it with Tebow, Tebow was not much of a throwing quarterback. Oh yeah, no question. They'll go. I'm gonna give a prediction on their record. I'm gonna say anywhere in the 10-6, 11-5 range, and they'll make it and probably win the West.
I'll say 11 wins because it's not a very tough division for one. It's definitely better than it has been in the past. Yeah. I think the Chiefs are a little more viable. The Raiders with Palmer a little more viable, but they're definitely going to get some wins from him.
Absolutely, and I think Peyton, there's going to be those Tebow supporters at first. They're kind of going to be a little turned off by John Elway bringing in Peyton Manning.
The thing about it, though, is that they have the second toughest schedule in the NFL this year.
That's...
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
It's all relative. Yeah. Let's be real, because there's no telling who's going to be in this year.
I hate when I always take that kind of stuff with a grain of salt when they come out the preseason rankings on schedules. You never know how a team's going to succeed. You sometimes have those teams that were really bad the year before, and they come out. Look at the Detroit Lions. They came back and they got a lot better this year. That's just one of those things where us analysts will talk about it and say, this is based on last year's stats, but you never know. You really got to watch all the games and see how everything pans out.
The dream team fell flat on their face this year, so it's just one of those things where you don't know.
Absolutely.
But I'm pretty pumped. The Broncos are coming to Charlotte this year.
Yeah,
the return of Foxy.
That'd be nice.
Bringing Peyton with him. It's definitely going to be a big story, and I'm excited. I really, it's going to be a circus.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be something else. But
there'll be a lot of Peyton Manning jerseys in the stands. I like the Panthers. I'll support the Panthers because I've been living in Charlotte for the past 4 years.
Right.
But I don't like the fans that come and feel like they have to wear a jersey even if they're not a Panthers fan. Like the football fan that comes from
the wearing a Redskins fan.
Yeah, Redskins. You see Eli Manning there, and the team's not even. New York's
like
not even
football party.
Yeah, it's the same with hockey too.
It's not a theme.
Yeah, it's like I have to wear a jersey to the game, or it's not the same. No, just wear a T-shirt. Nobody's going to question you. Blank T-shirt. But that drives me nuts.
You just don't wear a shirt.
Yeah, no shirts, man. No shirt, no shoes.
Harry like animal.
We're not going to have any copyright infringement, Kenny Chesney. But I'm not going to start singing. But no, that drives me nuts. But that's a side note.
That's a side note.
That's a side note.
No, we had that written down as a topic to talk about.
Oh, we did my hairy body. Anyways,
We won't put pictures of that up.
No, that's borderline. Facebook will ban us and say that's bad. But anyways, no, Tim. We can talk. Want to go Tim Tebow now?
Speaking of a circus. Speaking of a circus, Tebow to the Jets. Your thoughts?
I hate it. Hate it for him. He's one of those guys that, he embraces the media, but I don't think he likes being in the media for the wrong, like for them talking about his race. They're talking about his race now. They're talking about his faith. I hate that. I hate it for Tim. I think he would have been better fit going back to where he played his high school ball and where he's from in Jacksonville. I really do. I really feel like the Jaguars even said they wanted him. They even said they wanted him.
I would have loved to see him go there.
And, it would be great for attendance. They're one of those teams that always is facing blackout restrictions. And, my roommate, an avid Jaguars fan, and he really
I didn't know there was such a thing as an avid Jaguars fan.
He's from Southeast Georgia. It's the closest team to him. And it's it's one of those regional things. He loves the Jaguars, even though they've been on tough times since the '90s when the Patriots beat him in the playoffs.
Right.
And that's all he references. And he hates the tight ends. Hates anybody in the AFC South. But I think Tim Tebow would have made that team, for a little bit more of a force to be reckoned with. It gives them a different dimension, because Blaine Gabbert clearly isn't ready to play at the NFL.
This is what I wanted, and I said this on Facebook. I knew the Jaguars weren't going to do it. They invested too much in Gabbert.
Right.
How awesome would it have been if they just would have traded Gabbert straight up for Tebow?
I would have been
great for both sides.
I think Blaine would have learned under Peyton Manning, and he would have become a better quarterback. Because I think Blaine has what it takes down the road to become a good pro quarterback. He's one of those guys, a late developer, I think.
Just right now, his head is spinning.
Yeah, they threw him into the fire. They had Luke McNown, or how you say his name, whatever. He's a backup.
Starts with Mick, ends in Own.
Yeah, McAown. I'm going to say that. We're going to go with that. Anyways, but no, he got thrown into the fire after they let go of, what's his name? Garrard. Yeah, they let go of Garrard. Now Miami takes him.
Yep.
But I don't know. I didn't like for Blaine being in his rookie season. They say, here you go. Have fun.
I didn't like anything about him coming into the draft.
No, I didn't.
Honestly, I didn't.
Yeah,
I never had
He
it.
looked like a pretty boy, a nice lion man, but
He did have pretty hair.
He did have pretty hair. He used that nice moisturizer or whatever the hell girls use.
Moisturizer.
Whatever girls use in their hair. I use soap. Anyways. But no, I don't like it for Tim going to New York. I don't know. And they say he made the choice. Do you believe that?
No, I don't believe that.
I don't believe that one.
Why in the world would he want to go there?
I wouldn't want to go to New York.
No.
I mean, you know why, but I don't like New York, period. Anyways, but no, I think he'll work with Rex. They're two different types of people. With Rex Ryan being the outspoken foot and mouth. That's a little pun on the whole tape that came out. But anyways, a little
foot fetish joke. I like it.
Yeah, foot fetish joke. But Rex Ryan, I like his like how he's very confident in his team. Because honestly, if I was a head coach, I'd be cocky too. I would too.
Yeah,
that's confidence. I like that. Breeds confidence, but he's a big mouth.
Yeah, there's a difference between being confident and just blatantly ignorant.
Yeah,
and acting like a fool.
I think Tim will do okay in New York. I think he'll fit in well into the packages. They're going to run a package quarterback. Yeah. But I don't know.
As soon as Mark Sanchez throws his first of probably 30 interceptions,
they're gonna call for bring in Tebow. Yeah, it's like Panthers fans when Matt Moore was the quarterback. Bring in Jimmy Clausen. We see how that worked out.
Yeah, I mean it's a mess that they're putting themselves in.
Yep.
Like it was the back page of the New York Post. You probably saw it.
Yeah.
The no ring circus.
Yeah.
Pictures of Ryan, Tebow, and Sanchez.
Yep.
And it's true though.
The New York Post is one of those. I love their headlines. I would love to work for the New York Post because I could come up with witty headlines all day and get paid for it.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
That'd be a good job. But I mean, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess if Sanchez messes up. They're going to want Tebow. Then they're going to send in Tebow, and it's going to be a mess.
And Tim's going to get in the same mess he was in Denver.
I don't have faith in Tim Tebow.
Yeah, Tim has faith in himself and God, and
I have no faith in Tim Tebow.
I liked him. I want him to do well. He's one of those guys you have to root for.
But do you think he'll do well? Everybody wants him to do well.
I think he'll do average. It's always tough going to a new organization, learning a new system, and Tim's one of those running quarterbacks. The Jets are usually one of those teams that will run between the tackles with the running backs they have. They've always been that way, and they'll throw short passes. They play a similar offense to the Patriots. They really do. And that kind of makes sense.
I would like I've heard other people say, I'm not trying to steal ideas, but I would like this trade if the guy's name was not Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
If his name was Ed Nizer.
Yeah.
he'd be better looking for one.
About stats. I mean, you guys can see the video what I look like now, and all the pictures we post. I mean, come on, I'm a regular GQ model. Anyways, but
if his name was Ed Nizer and he was going there, it'd be like, all right, well,
yeah,
they put in a package for this guy, added new dimension to your offense.
Yep,
that's a good thing for the team.
Yeah.